Hello and welcome to another tutorial. In this tutorial we're going to see how we can create amazing visual effects using Clone. If you don't know what is Clone, this is Clone. Okay, so like always, let's go to scratch.mit.edu and then click create and wait until the interface is opened. Okay, now we are going to see how we can use Clone and how we can create visual effects here. So we can use this cat, but we can also use a different sprite. So I delete it because I just prefer different sprite. So I click on choose a sprite and I use this one. So let's go to the event, and everything starts with the clicking on the flag. So I say when start clicked, I want to create a clone of this. So under the control there is something called, there is a block, create a clone of myself. So I drag it here. So I expect when I click the start, a clone of this sprite should be created. So I click, the clone is created, but I don't see it because this clone is under this one. So if I drag it, I see the other one. Now let's do more things with this clone. Now that I have created a clone, I can use a block of code which is under the control that says when I start as a clone. So I drag it here. When I start as a clone, let's move it away. Okay, when I start as a clone, I can do various things with the clone that is created after this code. I want to say, for instance, move 10 steps. So I say move 10 steps. So a clone is created and is moving a bit forward like 10 steps. In order to make it a bit more visible, I say 50 steps so that you can see the change. So creates a clone and moves 10 steps. Now if I want this cloning to be repeated, I can use the repeat or any of these codes that can be used for repeating things. I prefer to choose this one. Repeat 10 times, for instance, or 15 times. Now I can create another clone. So I go to the control, create clone of myself again. So I start as a clone, I move 10 steps, and then I keep repeating, creating another clone. Let's see how it works. I press start. You see very quickly 15 clones are created, but I don't see all of it because it's outside this stage. In order to make it more like animation, I can put a weight in between this. So I go to control again, and then there is this weight. So I say first wait maybe half a second or 0.3 seconds and then create a clone. So now let's see how it works. Now you see, super cool. Okay, so this was one way that we can use cloning to create visual effects. Now let's see more examples. Let's see some more visual effects that you can create with this code to make it more interesting. In order to do that, I go to the looks, and then let's say after creating each clone, I want to give it some color effect. So I can create, after I created the clone of myself, I go to change color effect by 25. So I play start. You see this colorful characters are created. And then another thing we can do, we can change the size. So if I drag this here, change size by 10. So I expect that the next clone would be 10 times bigger than the previous one. So if I click start, this is what I see. One thing that I can do, let's reduce the repetitions, maybe make it 5 so that we can see more clearly what's going on. And then I want the new clone that is created, don't go under the previous clone. I want it to go on top of it. So now you see everything goes under the previous clone, but I want it to go on top of the other one. So I can use a code, go to front layer, so move 50 steps, or maybe less steps, 10 steps, and then go to the front layer. So let's play. So it goes on top of the other one. So the overall strategy of using clones is initially when you click the start, you create a clone, and then you start as a clone, and after that you are free to do various things with repeat shapes and movements so that you can generate amazing animations. I'm going to leave the link of this project in the Scratch website below in the description so that you can go there and check it out. Feel free to ask your questions on the comment below if you have any. I'm happy to help you. Happy learning! If you liked the video, don't forget to like, subscribe and hit the bell so that you won't miss another tutorial. See you next week!